When me tell him say me no eat no fish, no meat now. And when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell him say that I'm a vegan, man.
There have been cold weather for a long time, so I haven't been able to train on flying my Phantom 3 Advanced for a long time. Well, the name for it, I've actually given it a name and I call it Kraken. But now, for a few days, it has been warm enough, so now I've actually been able to fly it. Starting out, I was flying very carefully. Everything I did was done with very much care. First off, I was too afraid of flying too close to myself. It actually makes a lot of sound, so I was like very curious to what I should do. But eventually I got to actually make some more tricks with it, trying to get close-up footages without much effort. Yeah, that was me very close up. After some time I started to get the hang of landing. I can't land directly to the snow, that wouldn't work at all. So I did what I could, as professionally as I could. And this was at the edge of my helideck that I put up down at the fields. After a while I tried to make some pirouettes, getting around and around and around, and that is actually way more difficult than it looks. Well, seemingly it's very easy, but you don't get the hang of the distance when you look at it from afar, and even from the screen. Sometimes it looks like you're much closer than you really are, and that's not always very convenient. So when it comes to different altitudes, you try to do the best of whatever you can. I was getting like very fast towards myself, something that I wasn't able to do in the beginning. And there you have me again. And now I could actually go very close to myself. And then I tried to take it up a bit higher than I usually did before that. And I can actually see my village in the background there. And it was so strange seeing my village from the air actually. Something that I've never done before. There where you see the helideck from the camera, you see how small it really is. And it seems like it would be easy to land on the snow. Well, it isn't. You can't land on the snow. Well, it could be possible in emergencies, but I rather prefer to land on this, or else it will be stuck in the snow. So taking off is actually an easy procedure. You see the rotor blade starts going, and then I go up into the air. Many people think it's easy to fly these things, and I was surprised myself that it was actually way more work than I thought in the beginning. And then I tried to see how high up I could get with the beginner mode, and that was about 30 meters. So the treetops here, I estimated they were about 27 meters high, and the treetops was actually higher than I believed. There you get to see Löten from the air. It's actually a very flat land. I live in actually very flat land in a country with many mountains. You can see mountains in the distance, but Löten, it's pretty flat. So just for the sake of it, I just wanted to make some degrees, looking around just like usual. And it actually got pretty late that day. The clips are actually from many different days. But after a while I felt like, you know what, I want to try to put the beginner mode off. So I went to a park in Hamar. It's called Ankerskogen Park. And I turned the beginner mode off, and that's us. And what we did then was actually to see how high up can we actually reach with this thing. Well, not actually, but because we're not allowed to fly higher than 120 meters. But the feeling when you actually can reach far distances with this thing, it just felt amazing. So then I just started to see if I could get above the tree line. And when you get this feeling like you feel like you are in the air yourself when you look at the screen, that is so amazing. What actually made it very interesting for me is that I used to have gymnastics in this park when I went to the gymnasium. And looking it from the air, it was so unfamiliar for me. It's so strange. So the bush you see below us there, that is usually thick brush. But when you see it from the air, it looks so open. It's just so weird to look at that. Well, exceptionally when it's in the winter and you look it from the air. And there is the pool that I've been swimming in for many years. And when it turns around to the end clip, you can actually see my old gymnasium. So that was the quadcopter for you. And now I can actually use it for my work to make videos, either if it's a trip or if it's something I want to show you in nature. I have so many great ideas and I will actually put them into reality.